evening, everybody. Good night, or no, good evening, I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro.
Not just numbers,
Not just stats.
it's about what they mean.
I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
Hello and welcome to Talkin Durty with your boy. Me. What up, fam? Few games left. Stuff is going down. Stuff is going crazy. Players are starting to look good, and some players are starting to make me wonder if this small, short season is a little bit too long for them. Where's the game won? Is it won on the court? No. It's won in your mind. It's one in the brain. It's one in your preparation. It's one in all those elements that you need on a regular basis to make sure that you are performing at your absolute best. And in order to do that, in order to perpetuate that, in order to make that happen in a way that you can be not only effective, but completely in control of your game, you have to do your homework. Yes, you watch other players. Yes, you watch other teams. Yes, you watch strategies and you see what other players do and you try to emulate certain things. But if you want to see yourself grow, if you want to see yourself move from SimWorld Prep to SimWorld U to the SimWorld BA, what do you need to do? You need to scout yourself harder than you scout everyone else. If you truly believe your game is all that and that you are unstoppable in the time of need, please don't be that guy, by the way. If you truly believe that your game has what it takes to be better than everyone else, please don't be that guy either. Then what you need to do is to figure out all those little elements that you need in order to get better to the next level. And I'm going to use an example. I've used this example a lot. I'm going to use it again. Corey Yams comes in the league as a very strong defensive player, and watching him grow over his first season turned himself into an offensive option for his team and his coach. And he continues to add little things onto his game. Victor Ilgauskas, another one of my favorite bigs, same thing. Played with players and playing with players that are getting the top-notch, top media attention, at least from most the media and everything else. Meanwhile, what has he done this entire time? Been a solid rock, gotten better and better and better and better every game, every time he gets a chance to go out to show his coach and to show his teammates that they can depend on him. So if the star player or the feature player isn't having the night they need to have, guess who they can lean on? The Big V, baby. Look at the game that we've seen played now amongst some of the new bigs. And we've had this conversation. I'll let you behind the wall for a minute. We've had this conversation behind the table a little bit in regard to what's happening here in SimWorld Prep. It is good to see bigs getting back to or mixing in the traditional big game back to the basket as well as away from the basket. The handles have gotten a lot better. The talent is showing that they can truly play away from that 6-foot perimeter of the rim. But more importantly, the understanding of the game and what these bigs are able to do now is super, 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 super impressive. And we're watching what's happening with bigs like Andrei Ivanov, Ivan Suslov, even your other guys like Leonardo Fields, who single-handedly did what he had to do one particular game that I called this week. Keandre Ballridge at 6'10", Kadarius Stack Jr., all those bigs are able to do what they need to in order to make a moment happen because they not only developed a traditional big game, but also the game away from the basket. If they continue to do that, there is no stopping them from this level to the next level, to the level after that, to the level after that. And it's awesome to see. Holla at your boy. What else you think is going on? How you like to take? How you don't like to take? You know what to do. First thing you got to do, though, is catch me on the other side.
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game, be the
the
game. Now, back to the Maestro.
Sorry. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back.
And welcome back to Talkin' Dirty with your boy. As we get into the race to one with the SWFL draft behind us now all the way, at least for the most part, I guess today or whatever, I'm going to give you a start of some draft series stories. If you've seen movies like Draft Day or whatever other movies they've had about how teams sort of pick people, it sounds crazy, but it's not that far off. Of course, it's Hollywood. It's done with the Hollywood style so people can enjoy it as entertainment. However, the reality is this. Teams are looking ahead, sometimes not all the way, because a lot of the people who are making those decisions know that they're not going to be around to see the life of the contract of some of the people that might be drafting, might be signing in free agency or whatnot, especially if the team's in trouble. So the conversations are a lot more blunt and a lot less funny than what you think. Are some favorites done because certain agents have relationships with certain teams? Yes. Are some favorites done because there might be one agent who might have the reins of 20 or 30 players, and then they're able to sort of work out a circular deal so each one of their players gets a deal with some team, and it looks like the teams did the deal, but really the agents did the deal. And that's how it's different now than it was ever before. And we'll talk more about that as we go forward, but I want to give you one particular story I think some of you might like, as I saw the name come up as we were talking about draft stuff about Belichick and what he did. Probably the largest mentor that I have in terms of draft philosophy, general manager philosophy, all that, was a guy named Billy Devaney. And if you read anything that he writes or does, you're going to get the unabashed truth. He doesn't hold back. He tells everything right for what it is. And he talked about how when he was with a team, Bill Belichick called him to work a deal. And he says, gets on the phone. Bill Belichick starts talking. Well, we're going to do this, and I want to do this, and I got this player for you. And we can trade this, and then you can move up in the spot, and then I'll take this spot, and then you take this other spot, and then whatever, and then we do this, blah, 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 whatever. And he said by the time Bill Belichick had gone through how they can handle this trade over the next 2 years and make it look like different transactions, he had already checked out. He said Bill had lost him. Devaney says, man, I was just sitting there looking at the towel on my ceiling going, okay, I'm just waiting for him to finish because I know he's going to get the best of me no matter what. And then at the end of the conversation, Belichick says, but the best part about this is we're going to screw Dan Snyder for the next 4 years. And he said that's when Bill Belichick got his attention and he paid attention to the trade and they actually did it. Things like that to let you know that sometimes it's about personalities, sometimes it's about relationships, sometimes though it's just about, you know what, we don't like that guy, how can we mess him up? And I just found his openness with this conversation that he told in a public forum, so I'm not telling anything out of school, found it really funny. So if you have any thoughts about draft day stuff in either league, I'm going to intermingle these between some of the Dirty Shorts, some of my Talkin' Dirty episodes, get you an insight on what it's like on the other level. And I'm going to add into things you can do as you look for an agent, some of you, when you start thinking about that now, and what else you might want to do to sort of further your stock to know what people are looking at across the table. Y'all know what's up. Holla at your boy. Tell me what you want to hear about. And no matter whatever you do, if you watch Netflix and you just got through watching Hunter Killer, and it says because of that Netflix recommends you watch Aladdin, you know your Roku is drunk and needs to go home.
Like, I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.